Hello, my name is Juhi Sharma and I'm a student of Oxford Public School. It's not what you leave behind, but what you do. This is something I've said to myself a lot of times. So when I was a kid, I had this weird obsession of being famous and remembered. You can call it ambition as well. And even then, overthinking was something I had mastered. So I would ponder upon these questions and would think up of new answers to satisfy and allow me to think, even for a little moment, that I could do something remarkable. Maybe I should become a doctor and invent the cure for something. Or I could become a scientist and invent or discover something. Oh no, I can even become a politician and do something good for the public so they remember me. I didn't even want to be famous, I just wanted to be remembered, and being famous was the only way to go. That was all I could think of when I was a kid. So at the time I didn't know this, but this is known as the fear of oblivion. Fear of the fact that if you don't do something remarkable, the public won't remember you. And it took lots of years, few books, some speeches, and a talk with myself to realize this was silly. Because the world will end one day, and maybe it will end in tens and thousands and hundreds of years, or tomorrow, but it will. The fact is inevitable, and there is no point in thinking otherwise. Whatever we did or thought or discovered or invented will be gone, and there will be no one to remember the World War I, the World War II, coronavirus, or the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, which not many people actually remember. Anyways, one of the poems I read through all this time described this more than any other in such a perfect way. It's called Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. It goes on as, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Now I know that fire and ice are metaphors for hatred and greed, and this poem also states that the world will end because of the sins of human beings and not because of a natural disaster or something else. And so when I realized all this, I thought that I just wouldn't live this life, leave a legacy behind which people may or may not follow, but I will do something good in this world. Now, if you've been listening to me, you must be thinking why doing something is more important than leaving something behind. I believe so because the legacies humans leave behind are too often scarce. We have this everlasting need to have an imprint on this world when we die. And then the sole reason of our life becomes about finding and leaving the proper imprint. We go through everything to leave something behind after we die, so people don't forget us. In doing so, we don't tend to notice what actually is happening around us. This makes us the most selfish creature on earth. But I don't intend to do that. I want to make the world a better place so that the future generations can live and grow up in a safe and secure world and not in a world that is bent on dying and leaving a legacy behind. Now, you must be thinking why doing something good is much more important than leaving a legacy behind. Because ultimately, if you're leaving a legacy behind, then we will do a bit of good in the world. But the answer to that question is no. Because when someone has this mindset of doing something so remarkable and leaving an imprint, they will go through everything to destroy or demolish that is already made in their present, in their surroundings. They will take up all the resources, do all the things, and destroy anything to just leave their own personal legacy behind, which is not good for anyone around us or for the future generations. You can't just let the world get destroyed and have a sip of tea. That is why I say it's not what you leave behind, but it's what you do. Thank you.